On this episode of Dual Survival.
Is it a caiman? I say we try to eat it.
I think I'm going to be the brains behind the operation, and he's going to be the brawn.
Starting to move, bro. Go get him. Go.
Josh and Grady take on the Nicaraguan rainforest.
I want to say that Josh is the best partner possible,
Probably shouldn't have drunk it.
but he's a bit of a wild card.
Where everything
Bloody hell.
stings, claws, or bites.
There could be crocodiles or alligators in front of us.
Look, there's one right there.
And we wouldn't know until we're right upon them.
Right there, bloody hell. Where the hell's his tail? Where's his head? I don't know.
Grab.
Former Green Beret Grady Powell and Josh James, the Kiwi bushman, two guys from two completely different worlds.
Let's get moving.
I don't reckon we should launch today.
The raft is finished. I want to do nothing but get on that raft and get out of here.
Join forces to take on the dense Nicaraguan jungle
Mate, we're not there yet.
and show how to make it out alive.
Is that a croc in the middle of the water over there?
Look at the size of it.
Nicaragua's Mosquito Coast features over 9,000 square miles of thick rainforest, which stretches north to south along the country's eastern border, on the edge of the Caribbean Sea. This lush jungle terrain is home to some of the most biodiverse and dangerous flora and fauna in the Western Hemisphere.
Out here, there's plenty of things that are ready to kill you. The jaguar, the snakes, the caiman, the crocodile, the poisonous plants, and the poisonous insects.
Underneath the jungle's thick canopy, environmental factors like 90-degree heat, 95% humidity, sudden rainstorms, and flash floods wreak havoc.
Generally, when people get caught out, they're unprepared. They haven't taken into account environmental factors such as heavy rainfall. Rising rivers trap a lot of people, and a lot of people get lost in the bush or lost in fog, and they can't navigate their way back to their camp.
Every year, teams of soil analysts head into the thick brush, looking to study this ever-changing land. But doing so is not without risk.
If you find yourself stuck in the jungles of Nicaragua and you're not prepared mentally and physically, you can easily get turned around here and get lost. And if you do, you're not going to get out.
Josh and Grady have been dropped into the jungle to play out just such a scenario,
Sweet.
and given a backpack with only a few items that a scientist may have packed for a day of research in the bush. A small medical bag with some basic supplies,
Antihistamine, ibuprofen, chloroseptic.
Throat spray, cough spray, something.
a vial of potassium permanganate,
That's killer. Potassium permanganate. We can use it for tons of different things. We can start fire with it. It can be used to purify water. It's also an antiseptic. It's a huge item for us out here.
and a soil testing kit.
Look at that.
Got a bunch of solutions and powders. Nothing's jumping out right now, but
These guys were obviously growing marijuana out here. That's it.
we get moving.
Yes. Mosey on out of here.
I think the first thing we gotta do though is figure where we are. In my experience in the jungle is you gotta get above the canopy if you want to figure out what the landscape looks like. I think this is probably about the biggest tree.
You reckon you should get up that tree, or should we just use the wind? It's a big tree.
Use the wind. What are you talking about, winds?
You heard of the expression trade winds?
Yeah.
That's where they're from the pirate days. Well, what if we walk into the wind? It's a constant onshore breeze at this time of year. So
right.
we walk into the wind, that should get us to the coast.
That's actually brilliant.
Back in the day, the old-time sailors, pirates, merchant ships used to use the trade winds to blow them across the ocean because they were a constant wind. As soon as the trade winds came, everyone set sail and they loaded the ships up and off they went. We're on the east coast of Nicaragua. If we head into the wind, we're eventually going to come across the ocean and civilization.
Ready? Follow the wind.
Blowing steadily from the east across the tropics, trade winds move toward the equator from the northeast in the northern hemisphere and the southeast in the southern hemisphere. These wind belts have been a source of navigation throughout history for exploration and commerce.
The wind's blowing this way, it's fairly constant. That's the way we got to go.
Right out of the gate, Josh comes up with a golden nugget. He's got a navigational skill that I don't have in this area.
Bloody hell. It's getting a wee bit warm out here, eh?
Welcome to Nicaragua. This jungle is oppressive. It is hot. It's about 90 degrees, 95% humidity. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating my ass off. I'm getting eaten up.
These mosquitoes are swarming, eh?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know what they eat when there's no people here. Goodness knows, but they're everywhere. We stop, there's mosquitoes. We go, there's mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are terrible. You might think that the biggest predator out here are going to be the caiman or the crocodile, when in fact the mosquitoes are actually the most dangerous thing. Whether it's malaria, dengue fever, Zika, the mosquitoes out here are deadly.
Every year, over 700 million people are stricken with mosquito-borne illnesses. Malaria is spread by the female Anopheles mosquito and infects between 300 and 500 million people annually, causing over 1 million deaths worldwide. The Aedes aegypti mosquito infects over 400 million people each year with Zika virus and dengue fever, resulting in nearly 25,000 deaths.
Check this out.
Yep.
Ants, leaf cutters. Yeah, these things might be our salvation against the mosquitoes. Back in New Zealand, we use ants as a natural insect repellent for the sandflies over there. So
Yeah?
when you squash them, they emit an acidic lemony acid.
I haven't done that one before.
I'm not too sure what kind of acid it is. It may be citric acid. It certainly smells lemony. And when you crush them, that acid comes out of their poor, squashed little bodies, and that goes onto our arms, and the mosquitoes don't want to bite us anymore.
Scoop them up and squash
Yeah.
them. Typically try to stay away from ants. This is a little different. I'm all about an insect repellent, but these things are leaf cutters, which mean they've got very strong mandibles.
Here it goes.
And when they're feeling threatened, they go ahead and bite you. Oh yeah, they bite.
Yeah, they're trying to bite mine, are they? Not getting through my hairs, though. You don't have many arm hairs, eh? Evolution hasn't caught up on you yet.
It's not too pleasant, but I will do anything to avoid these mosquitoes.
I think I'm good.
Ready? If it doesn't work, we'll figure something else out.
With precautions taken to suppress the mosquito threat, Josh and Grady continue following the trade winds east toward the coast.
That wind's still coming up on us. It's getting a bit swampy, Chief.
Yeah, more mosquitoes down here too.
Look, look.
Is it a caiman? That's a little guy.
Doesn't even look real, does it?
I say we try to eat it.
Yeah, for sure. You reckon we can catch it?
In the military, we talk about targets of opportunity, and that is exactly what this caiman is. This looks like lunch, but there is risk in going for this caiman. It could easily take off a finger.
Why don't I stay here and you go catch it?
Figured that was gonna happen.
Grady's Special Forces, Green Beret. He's probably quite good at killing things. So I think I'm going to be the brains behind the operation, and he's going to be the brawn. Get in there and catch that caiman for me. Starting to move, bro. Go get him. Go. Go, 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 go. Oh. He's gone, eh? Too slow, bro.
They're pretty quick. That thing gets in the water, it's gone. All right. Look out for another one. That's a good lunch. Get moving.
He was a little bit slow off the mark for the old caiman there. I thought he would have had it, but this time was a fail. Next time, no, I've got a lot of confidence. I think if it came to the crunch, he could handle the jandal. Subtitle, does handle the jandal mean?
Getting thick up ahead, isn't it?
Yep. I'm quite surprised we haven't seen any snakes yet.
Nicaragua is home to 15 venomous snakes. Among them is the Bothrops asper, more commonly known as the fer-de-lance, which is regarded as the most dangerous snake in South and Central America and causes more human deaths than any other American reptile. The fer-de-lance is an expertly camouflaged, unpredictable ambush predator whose inch-long fangs deliver a hemotoxic venom that destroys tissue, causes swelling, blisters, infection, and sometimes amputation and death.
Don't move.
The green brace is don't move, you don't move.
Right in here. Through that hole. See a snake? I think I definitely made a huge mistake by not taking lead. Josh doesn't know about snakes. That's why he didn't see the fer-de-lance in front of us.
It's a fer-de-lance, you sure?
Look at it. That's a viper. Definitely
You
is
can see
marked.
its viper head. We don't have snakes in New Zealand. The only snakes I've seen are snakeskin shoes or snakeskin handbags, but I had no idea. I didn't look at any pictures before I came here. I probably should have.
We need to push past it a different way.
Can we not eat it?
Yeah, but he's gonna jump easily and get you.
You sure we can't just go in there and give a little pat on the head?
You're joking, right?
It's my sleepy stick.
I do like the fact that Josh isn't approaching this with fear, but he's a little bit jovial about it.
We'll just walk up behind and crack it. It's right there.
He's kind of joking, hey, let's go get it, let's just bash it in the head. That's not how you play around with fer-de-lance. Any other snake, I'd be all about it. It's one of the most poisonous snakes in the world.
But it
It is right here in front of us, which means there's more of them around. I'd it's not worth the risk. In this case, I'm not gonna just go after the snake and try to take it out. It can jump up to 2/3 of its body length, which means I have to get within its striking distance to kill it. If it's 6 feet long, that means it's jumping 2/3 of it. You're not getting close enough to get a good hit on it, especially in that little hole. No way in hell I'm going in there. I'm not carrying you out. We don't know where we are. We don't know how long it'll take for us to get to the nearest hospital. Just push around it.
I guess you're right. Risk for reward. It's not really much of a meal on there, is there?
No, not at all.
I say you're leading from here on in, Chief, seeing as you're such a good snake spotter. Oh, I still can't see that from right here. It just blends right in. That's amazing. Bloody hell.
We've been able to keep trekking along, just following that good breeze coming from the front. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of water weaving in and out of the path we need to take. It's slowing us down quite a bit.
We've got a fairly strong breeze that way.
Follow the wind, Bubba. The only thing guiding us right now is the wind, and we have to stay on this path if we want to get to the coast. Guys, check this out.
Oh, hey.
That's no boat. But what's a boat doing up this far into the land?
Mate, this is awesome. You know what this means?
We're close to the water.
I was going to say we found a boat, but that too. We found a boat, which is great, because I like boats. I don't like rusty old boats, I like boats that float. This one does not float.
Why would this be on land?
We've got to be close to either a big lagoon, a big river, or the ocean, or maybe all three.
Well, if we're that close, I say we go toward the ocean and find it. If there's a boat here, it can't be too far off.
We're near where people used to live. Someone's either carried that boat in here, or maybe the floods have brought it in, or maybe it was a big tide and it just floated in and they left it there to rust. But we know that we're on the right track and we're getting closer to salvation. You reckon we could maybe turn it into some kind of shelter?
Why would you want to stop and shelter here? You just said yourself we're pretty close to the ocean.
Well, the sun's getting down though, isn't it?
Yeah, but why not just push through? If that's our goal, get to the ocean.
Just listen for a second. Can you hear the ocean?
No.
I don't know if I want to walk all the way for God knows how long. I want to hunker down for the night, make a nice cup of tea, which we don't have, but it'll be nice. We can pretend we've got tea. I'm just thinking if we stop now and got a fire going, maybe we could dry out and hang out. This would make a pretty sweet shelter. We could elevate ourselves on top of the boat.
Or we could potentially walk 300 meters and go find a resort, have some beers. Josh is the Kiwi bushman. I get it, he wants to spend time out in the wilderness. He loves just living little adventures, but we're here to get out. And having a boat in the middle of the woods tells me we are right by the shoreline. I'm not stopping here.
Isolated in the dense jungle of Nicaragua's Mosquito Coast, with temperatures hitting 90 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity at nearly 100%, Josh and Grady have been following the trade winds toward the coast in hopes of finding civilization.
Guys, check this out.
Oh, hey.
That's no boat.
Now their survival tactics collide over whether or not to take shelter in an ancient boat the jungle has claimed.
I'm all about finding cool stuff in the woods and hanging out in it, but if we're at the ocean, then we've got a lot better resources as far as food. We've got coconuts there, and possibly rescue. I don't see the point in stopping possibly a kilometer off. I'm a Green Beret, so when I have a task at hand, I just want to get through it. I want to finish it as fast as possible. So stopping down, taking breaks, taking in the environment is not necessarily what I want to do. So I'm going to push through whatever's in my way until I get back home. Let's go for a hike.
All right.
If we don't find something soon, we'll come back and
Yep. No, you're 100% correct. I just kind of wanted to hang out here because it's nice. It reminds me of home. I like boats. I like messing about in boats. Can we just mess about here for a while? In the boat?
I want to say that Josh is the best partner possible, but he's a bit of a wild card. In this kind of situation, that might not be a good thing.
You know, he's got big guns, I've got big guns. We didn't really want to pull our guns out and start fighting. We may have a gunfight further down the track, who knows? We don't have guns, we're gonna have to use knives. Fortunately, I have the biggest knife, and I've got 2 knives.
There's no doubt there's water in front of us.
Yeah, I'm still not hearing any waves though.
Josh, look at that.
It's a rather large expanse of water there, son.
is not the ocean.
We gotta be close though. Let's see if it's freshwater or tidal.
Yeah. Josh? That's coconut.
There we go.
It's brackish, bud. There's salt water in here.
And there's milk in these suckers too. All right, the coconuts more than likely have washed up and it's brackish. There's salt water in there, so that means that we're close to the ocean. We're very close, but not quite there because we've got a massive expanse of water blocking us. I ain't swimming across that thing.
No, not swimming across it, absolutely
You can
not.
make it?
No, I'm not talking about swimming it.
Hey.
We're gonna need to build a raft or something.
Yes.
I don't like it. I don't like going out in the raft. This is not a lagoon we can just wade across. We can't swim this. There's 16 to 20 foot crocs in there that will swallow us whole.
So, young shaver, what are our options? We don't have any bamboo. Do you know what balsa wood looks like?
Yeah, we got trees in here that are like balsa.
That float?
Yeah.
And how long is it going to take us to build a bloody raft?
That'd take a long time. You hear that? Howler monkeys?
Monkeys.
That sun's going down pretty quick then.
The howler monkeys have started to kick off. That means we got maybe 2 or 3 hours before the sun sets. We can't build a raft now, can we?
I don't feel like getting stuck in the jungle when the sun's coming down. At least get a fire going,
Get some
dry
vines,
ourselves out a
build a
little
shelter. Nice cup of coconut milk.
bit. All right, we'll get some more coconuts.
Mate, I think these are good to go.
Yeah?
Maybe. Now we're gonna go back to the old rusty ship and we're gonna build a shelter. And then tomorrow we can build a raft. There we go. See the happy face right in the forehead? There we go.